Shine Runners Racing Radio Show is dedicated to the fans, drivers, promoters, and most importantly, the families of local auto racing. Our mission and commitment is to help build, promote, and support the local tracks across the country.
Shine Runners Racing Radio back in the house one more time, ladies and gentlemen. We're fixing to light the fuse here tonight. What an awesome show we got going on, Hollywood. I tell you what, finally, I've been working on it. I mean, this has been tougher than digging a ditch. We got Andy Bowen in the house tonight. The number 66 Honeycutt Custom Cabinets Machine. I tell you, man, so excited to have him in and excited to have you in the house tonight.
Oh, thank you, man.
Good.
Thank you.
Man, you're back into racing. This is great.
Yeah, I've got a horseshoe up my ass. You know, and I think I proved that this past Saturday night. I've got luck is on my side. I hope we can keep it for the rest of the season.
I'm going to call it skill, bro.
Yeah.
I'm calling it all skill. And tonight, man, coming in, we have got the main man, the wild child, Willie Milliken, that number one machine. He has been no stranger to that winter circle down there at Fayetteville Motor Speedway, Lakeview, County Line, all those places. So we're going to be talking to him a little bit later tonight. Man, I tell you what, we're going to span it around and get a little word with all of our folks on the crew tonight. Racing Ryan, have you got anything to say is all I got to know?
I mean, at least he admitted it was all luck. But we're all proud of you. I mean, come on now. I was getting to the point. We're proud of you for that second place, even though it was luck.
You know. So,
what is this?
But he didn't get lapped, though. He was
so
not
have
lapped.
you been doing anything with your life since high school's over?
It's actually been pretty boring besides work.
Well, you know, being that we had such a great run this past weekend, and, you know, me and you've been going back and forth, I actually got you something. And I know
now
you
can
just
be like him.
graduated high school and you think you know everything, but I figure I'd teach you one more lesson Saturday night. So I have went and got you your very own pair of Hollywood sunglasses, complete with the I Heart Hollywood sunglass strap right there.
Definitely. Come on, man. Put them on. Let's see it. Let's put it. You're now Hollywood's biggest fan.
I even signed it for you to my favorite number 2.
You had a lot of practice over there on them pieces of paper.
Look at you, man. You look good.
I see a whole. I feel like.
See, isn't it good to look through the
through the eyes of Stevie Wonder.
That's right.
You had your 2 seconds.
Magic Man, what's going on, man? Your hair looks great.
Thanks, man. I was back in the hair department for a while.
Glad to have you in the house tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. I didn't get a chance. You know, I wasn't at the racetrack. I was calling the shots for AJ from the house on the cell phone. That's why I was a little loose on the track a couple of times. But I think we did pretty well on that one.
It was a little lag going back and forth.
Is that what happened when he went off the backstretch?
Yeah. He was like, turn left.
Hey, it's a smooth backstretch at least, though.
And then he said, turn right. And I turned right. And went right.
He sure did.
I'm pretty stoked, too, because I've been working on a sign for the racetrack last year, and I actually got Andy Bowen here tonight. I'm going to see if I can get approval for this one. This is for the Victory Lane sign for Fayetteville Motor Speedway.
No doubt.
Hope I can get him to sign off on that.
He is no stranger to that Victory
Let's turn around to the camera so everybody else. Other camera. This camera over here.
Come on, Jim.
Yeah. So hopefully I can get him to sign off on that tonight.
Right. What's up, Sasquatch, man? Good to have you in the house.
Yeah, well, I figured I'd come back tonight to celebrate Hollywood's luck, so to speak. He went from shotgun on the field to second. I guess.
Hey, at least he wasn't getting lapped.
Hey, that was the goal. When I went out there, I said, let's not get lapped and not tear it up.
But you know one thing about it, and the man's here tonight, camaraderie in racing at its finest.
Yep.
Andy and those guys gave AJ a carburetor to run, to make the car run right. So did you share like half of those profits with
No, unfortunately, I didn't. I should have.
That's right. He got free chicken wings tonight, so it's all good. I'm sure that'll close in anyway. Man, Jinx, what's going on, buddy?
Same stuff, different day. Loving racing.
That's good, man. Good. Glad to have you in the house. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of cool stuff coming up this to talk about tonight. We're going to be talking about what in the world happened in that fourth place with Bobby Pierce. What happened to Bloomquist? I'm sure you can tell us all about it. And we've got drag racing, NASCAR, late model lowdown, sprint racing, all kinds of cool stuff we're going to be talking up here shortly tonight. And we're going to be pulling that poll bonus, $25, one class. Everybody's come in and they've put their votes in for their classes and stuff like that. So tonight, Andy's actually going to be drawing for that $25 poll bonus that we're going to be pulling here tonight. And we got Shandy in the house. She's hiding back there.
She is. I don't know if we can get a camera on her, but she's back there.
She's hiding back there behind Ryan's girlfriend in the pink thing. But anyway, like we always do, man.
I didn't know what you were talking about. I was going to say, wait a minute.
One of the greatest sports in the world that we all love, man, is racing. And there's two things that happen in racing. The prayer's always welcome, and the national anthem in our country is always welcome there, as well as Jim the Jeep Man flying his Confederate flag. It's great to see, man. I always love to see that. But we want to go to the Lord in prayer. And before we do, ladies and gentlemen, definitely want to ask you to bow your heads with us tonight for the 4 Acre family, the Edwards family, who suffered a loss of their family members. Also keep in mind the number 41, the Raging Cajun, Jason Johnson, passed away after a terrible crash down at Beaver Dam Raceway in Wisconsin. Keep Chad Sexton's father in your prayers as well.
And his mother as well.
That's right, man. Yeah. So, and I'm sure if there's any other unspoken requests, Mom, that you know, this is my mom. She's our chaplain. And special prayers going out tonight to Uncle Billy Beazle.
Jimmy. Uncle Jimmy. This is Rooster's writing right here. That's why I can't. Nah. Yeah. But Uncle Jimmy, man, his nephew was over here earlier today, and he was telling us a little bit about what's going on and tells us how much he watches the show and laughs and everything. And we just want to give a big shout out to him, man. We got him hooked up with a Shine Runners Racing Radio hat and an autograph card and couple of stickers and everything.
And I want to say something too, man. A lot of times, you never know the people around you, how you treat folks. Mm-hmm. It could really make somebody's day. We were at Fayetteville Motor Speedway the other week, and I come moseying up to AJ's pits, and this little kid come up to me, and he said, "Rooster, can I have your autograph?" And I said, "Man, I ain't nothing." He was like, "But to me, you are." And I was like, "Man, that's pretty cool." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Made me feel good, kind of pumped my heart up a little bit. Yeah. Made me glad to be here tonight. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is our Miss Betty Kitchen. She's our chaplain here tonight. She's going to take us to the Lord in prayer.
Heavenly Father, we come before you with just greatness in our heart. We thank you, Lord, for this day. We thank you for each and every person that's here. Father, be with us. May the words that come from our mouth be comfort for others. May what we do reach out to others and show them the light. Father, we just ask all these things, the blessings upon your name. Lord, at this time, I just ask special prayer for both the 4 Acre family and for the Edward family. Father, for the 4 Acre family, just touch each and every one of them. Father, be with Josh as he enters into the arms of the angels. Touch and just let him know that everything's okay, that he's just stepped to the other side, and they'll all see each other again. Father, just heal their hearts. Be with each and every one of the friends, the family, as they reach out to the families, Father. Just let that word of encouragement seal their hearts that's broken. Father, I just ask you right now to touch each one of them and to heal them, Father. Bring them closer together than they've ever been. Let every void, everything, Father, just come before you. We just ask you to touch them and to heal them. Show them your love, Father. Father, be with the Edwards family. Be with each and every one of them. These things, Father, that it's not our control. It's yours. And we know that it's in your time and in your way. Father, we just ask that these things you'll show us and that comfort us, comfort each and every one of us, each and every one of them. Father, there's so many that just needs to know that you're there. We just ask these things, and we know that they're all possible just because of you. And we just thank you for everything that you do, for every life that you touch, and for every heart that you've healed. Amen.
Amen. Amen. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you would, please stand for the singing of our national anthem. Start your engines. Back here in the Still tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to go one more time round right here. I tell you what, man, a lot of cool things coming up tonight. I'm actually going to go into battle with an 8-year-old on a spelling competition here this evening.
You're going to lose.
Think,
Well,
I'm going to go ahead and put 20 on White.
Yeah, I got 20 on White myself.
I'm sorry.
What
I'll match that.
Woo! Look at here.
Oh, George.
Well, speaking of...
Whoa.
Play again.
That is far from American right there.
I don't think that's
Speaking of drag racing,
Bubba Licious in the house.
Bubba Licious has... What in the world, man? Is you part of that drag queen bingo they got going on? What's going on?
I heard y'all had an opening for a shrine girl, so I come up here.
A shrine.
a shrine girl.
So, come on in and sit down with us before we go into commercial. And I'll explain it to it, ladies and gentlemen. We actually put out a thing for opening for a shine girl, and we have actually got more than we bargained for.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Hollywood looking sexy and
Making you melt.
That's the heat.
Hey, sometimes it's best to finish third, Hollywood.
Yeah.
I heard Bubba give him some pointers.
Bubba gave him a pointer.
He did. He come in there and
You
he
sure you didn't
said,
jump in that car for him?
he said, drive it till you hear glass and smell shit. And that's what I did. Yeah.
Well, man, we got an awesome show coming up tonight for you still, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to go out. When we come back, we're actually going to be going and talking with Willie Milliken, the Wild Child, after we come back from our commercial. Do want to give a big shout-out to our sponsors, Raging Rooster Catering, A1 Portable Toilets, A1 Landscaping and Lot Clearing, Temple Mechanical, Fast Tracks Mudbox, Bellinger Signs and Graphics, Redline Speed Shop, Captain Rooster Flags, TNT Speed Shop, C&M Pressure Washing. Whew, if we get any more, I'm going to have to get some oxygen.
Yeah, that's right, man.
So,
and all you people that are commenting now, we thank you for coming and watching. I think right now our live viewer count's up to about 54 and stuff. We really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you hit the like button, the laugh button,
The share button.
the share button,
and
or
right-
whatever it is.
right down here, ladies and gentlemen, if you look right
That's
down
a
there,
dangerous area
you're
right
gonna
now.
you're gonna see our sponsors actually phone numbers that are
Yeah.
crossing. We ask you to use these folks. Give them a call. Tell them appreciate you sponsoring Shine Runners and keeping this wild, crazy bunch alive. And stick around because we got a lot more action coming up for you after these special commercials. Take us out, Jim. Look at those parts to put you in the winner circle? Let Redline Speed Shop be your one stop for all performance needs. From straight strip to left turns, they have it all. Tires, fuel, and safety equipment, and that's just the beginning. Come by today, 404 Hope Mills Road, and get your win on with Redline Speed Shop. It's your job to put it in the winner circle, but it's ours to make your ride stand out above the rest. With full-colored wraps or die-cut designs, Bellinger Signs and Graphics is sure to put you in the eyes of the fans. That's not all. We do custom yard signs, storefront, and your everyday decal. Come see us today at Bellinger Signs and Graphics, 3392 Dunn Road, Eastover, North Carolina. Whoo, back in the action. It's still here with Bubba Licious with us. Man, I tell you what, we've been talking about needing a shine girl. You reckon you can sell some merch?
I can do it.
Huh?
I can do it. I didn't get all dressed up because I know just an interview. But I'll tell you what, boys, I can throw down.
Okay, if this is an interview, where'd you get the wig from?
Eileen.
Eileen.
Know you kiss my.
Jesus.
Well, usually we would ask for like a bio and headshots, but I think you can just send in the bio and keep everything.
You
else.
pretty much called it
Headshots
all.
is not necessary.
No,
So,
not necessary whatsoever.
At this time, we're going to reach out. We're going to give Willie Milliken a call right now. Don't forget, have we got the microphone back there to make this thing sound good?
I got you.
We're working on a low-budget microphone
That's right,
operation
yeah.
here, so
None of us are technically savvy enough to
Yeah.
figure out what happened to us.
so if there's anybody out there that knows how to work this technical stuff, please come by the store. Help us out.
Whoa.
Willie Milliken, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much, buddy.
Man, glad to have you on the phone lines tonight as we are here talking about all the success that you've had coming your way in that number 1 MJ Price machine. Tell us a little bit about your year.
Started off kind of up and down a little bit, but it's getting better now. We're starting to figure the corners a little better, and it's all, I think we're going to something now.
A lot of cool things have come up, man. You know, last year you had a little bit of issues earlier on in the show, and then towards the end of the year, everything started coming into play. But 2018 is looking up for that MJ Price machine, man. Tell us where you're going next.
We're going to go to Carolina and Gastonia for the fuel races Friday night and Lakeview Saturday night. And then we're going to hit some more races and try to make a good season out of this year. What's left of it this year.
I'm sorry, he's cutting the fan down over there. Say that one more time.
I said we're going to go to Gastonia, North Carolina for the fuel race this Friday night. And we're going to go to Lakeview, South Carolina Saturday night.
Oh, man, good stuff. I know a lot of U-Car guys heading down that way. Man, great show last weekend. Flag-to-flag action you had going on. You know, tell us a little bit about that ride.
It was pretty good. I mean, we couldn't really get much better of a car. I mean, I knew with Sean on the phone and me on the outside that he was going to give me a room and we were going to race. So we've had our differences, but we've kind of matured over the years, and I really respect him, and I think he respects me. So we just drove off into one. I think both of us pretty hard, and I ended up coming out on top. I mean, and just kind of keeping out front. And usually 9 times out of 10, if you can get out front, you can stay out there.
Now, I did notice one thing, and you talked before back at the Cash Money about how to utilize the life of a tire. And we know that's important because if tires go away, the car doesn't handle like it's supposed to. What's your plan, you know, that you utilize as far as trying to keep those tires for them last 10 to 20 laps?
Just pretty much get out there, and if you can get a 2 or 3 car length lead on them, I mean, just kind of back the corner up a little bit, slow down, you know, don't take the throttle up as hard, just try to save the tire as much as you can. And in the last 8 to 10 laps, I mean, you can use the tire up if you need to.
When you were, you know, y'all were coming around about ready to take the green flag, did you already have it in your mind that when you went into the first turn, you were going to sell it off on the high side and try to go ahead and get the lead early?
I had that in my mind after I found out I was on the outside pump.
Right. what goes through making the decision of knowing, because I know sometimes, you know, everybody thinks that there's not really a Boone City Express lane, as Swanee likes to call it, out at Fayetteville.
The Brandon Overton line.
Yeah, but there is a high line out there, and it'll work. I mean, when do you blow it off in hot laps or leading up, you know, warm up laps, or you just kind of send it?
Well, it don't matter if it's dry or not. I just send it anyway. But I mean, we kind of want the race back a little bit. I mean, you got to go for it. I mean, you can't sit there and get the man the line and then just fall in line. So I'm just the type of person, if it's hell, I'm going for it regardless if it's right or wrong.
Hell yeah.
Good stuff, man. Well, you know, you got a lot of people to thank, man. I tell you what, MJ Price and this awesome group, man, those guys have put you in an awesome ride. And tell us a little bit about the company.
Man, it's probably the greatest place I've been. I mean, Lauren and Mason Price are our best car owners you could ever ask for. They give us everything we need to work for. The company is awesome to work for. I mean, we do everything from substations to road buildings to right-of-ways. I mean, it's just an awesome company to work for. They take good care of their health. I mean, and they take good care of the racing team. I mean, they're just all-around great people as far as anything that you could do or ask for from a person.
And Mason, too. That's pretty cool. Your boss man races as well.
Yeah, Mason races, and he runs good. He's had his ups and downs this year. His runs like a roller coaster. But we're going to get him back up top there, and hopefully he can start clicking off some before the year's out with. He's been working really, really hard, and it's kind of took away from his racing a little bit, but that's what our boss does. He's a hard worker.
You know, I tell a lot of people, too, and AJ, you guys can contest to this whenever there's something going on. And like I try to instill in my son, Wyatt, that there's more to racing than being in the seat. And whenever there's like a backpack thing or something, you know, you guys are in the stands, you're talking to these little kids, you're making a way for these guys in racing, man, and that's important. You know, I see that, and I appreciate you guys for what all y'all do. You and Crystal, you know, Crystal come from a strong background, and like you said before, we were at Mr. Coors that time, and you're like, you know, I have to give a lot of it to my wife. Crystal is a huge supporter of you putting in the car and all that stuff as well.
Yeah, I mean, the one for her, I mean, she's like the backbone behind me, and I mean, she keeps me straight because I just get an attitude about a lot of things, and she won't let me quit, she don't let me down, but the main thing is, I mean, it's like with the kids, I mean, like I told you before, the kids is the future of our sport, and they got to have somebody to look up to, and I mean, you got to stop and give your time and to the kids, I mean, because that's what's going to keep the sport going today. I mean, if you don't, it's just going to kill our sport.
Yeah.
And now I heard when we were at Mr. Coors that time, I heard talk of maybe Crystal was going to put a shock collar on you at one point.
Yeah, she does. I'm probably going to be at the drag strip, you know, by the time we get carried on.
I don't know if
so
you're.
It ain't going to be very good.
I don't know if you're having a chance to actually watch the show while you're talking, but do you think that we can actually get Bubblicious a job here as a Shrine Girl?
I sent a picture of it a few minutes ago. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, it's going to be kind of tight for me to even tell y'all we can even get her in on the show. I mean, I kind of moved to the side behind Lisa a little bit.
Appreciate that, Willie.
Maybe we can get her to sign a little merch, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's why I got a commercial. I mean, I don't know why she can't get one. So.
You see all them people talking about Willie on the comments there. You got to follow him, bud.
And actually, you know, we've got one of your biggest fans in the studio with us tonight.
Can we actually get Miss Mary over here?
Yeah.
Miss Mary said, you know, she was excited. She said, Andy Bowen's coming in the house. I'm definitely coming. I said, Miss Mary, I want to let you know that we're going to be talking to Willie Milliken, too. And I think the phone had started to melt just a touch. And this is one excited lady. Man, she loves her some Willie Milliken, that's for sure. Slide on in here.
Yeah.
What a gentleman, AJ.
Oh, I was hoping that chair would collapse.
We're going to give her the microphone right quick.
All right.
Hey, Willie.
Hey, Miss Mary, how you doing?
How you doing? I still need me a fix now.
Yes, ma'am.
But
I'll get you one
Okay.
as soon as I can see you.
okay. I said now I knew Andy was coming, so I was planning on wearing his shirt. Then I found out you were coming, so instead of wearing either shirt, I brought both of them. So that way you both are represented by me. But
That's right.
But I am so
We,
proud of you and Crystal. And I'm just thankful to be a small part of your fan club. And you got a bunch of...
well, you the president, man.
I know that. And don't you forget it.
I ain't forgot it.
Okay. Love you. Hope to
I love
see
you
you.
too, Miss Mary.
Hope to see you this Saturday night. And you stay
Yes, ma'am.
safe and be blessed.
Yes, ma'am.
Love you.
I sure will, ma'am. And you do the same thing. Love you too.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Mary. I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
tell
Miss
what,
Mary.
She is the biggest Willie Milliken fan on the face of the
That's
earth.
it.
She's just the biggest fan, period. She's probably the biggest racetrack fan of anybody.
That's it. I mean, you know, and
She's
I'm
been
going to
at
tell you
every
what.
event. She comes to all the races. She speaks on Facebook. She's everywhere. This woman is a blessing to the racing sport.
Yeah. So good to have Miss Mary in the house tonight, man. You know, let us know. I know you got a lot more. You got a lot more sponsors, and we could talk to you for hours. We have to keep the show kind of moving. Go ahead and tell us all them sponsors that are making that car go around the track.
Number one is MJ Price Construction. I mean, that's a big thing for everything. I got East Coast Towing, which is behind Sunrun. I got Extreme Detail, Temple's Body Shop. I got Copper Spike, Clement, Fox Mini Stores, Core Enterprise. Alan gets to make all our good brackets at the last minute. And I got my wife and Lauren and Mason and my whole team, which is a super team that's behind me on everything.
Right. Well, man, I tell you what, I hope nothing but the best for you in the future. And definitely looking forward to seeing if you pick up 2 more wins coming up this weekend. Hopefully everything goes good for you.
Well, I appreciate that, and I hope so too. And I do want to give a shout out to, like, my brother Travis Pennington for winning his race the other night. I mean, got 5,000. He picked up a good win.
Good stuff, man. You guys on the panel got anything? You've rendered them speechless, my friend. All right, Willie, again, thank you so much, man, for giving us your time and letting us talk to you tonight. And hope everything goes great in your 2018 season.
Thank y'all very much, man. I appreciate it.
All right, brother.
Thank you,
Take
man.
care.
All right, Will.
All right, thank y'all. Bye-bye.
And like we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen, that was Willie Milliken on the line, the #1 MJ Price construction machine. You'll see him out. They got all kinds of cars. They got the Hyde, the Jekyll, the Bipolar.
Bipolar, yeah.
All kinds of wild rides going on down there. But an awesome show they put in last weekend. And I tell you what, I can't say enough about the Milliken crowd. And I remember back when he was racing Super Street, and I was announcing down at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Always good to watch those guys.
And I want to say thank you to Neil Williams. He said, this is my first time listening. I'm very impressed. Nice job, guys. So thank you for watching, man. We really appreciate it. I see my buddy Hova. He's my tire specialist. He's watching.
And also have to say a hello. It's 12 o'clock over in the United Kingdom right now. And Ian Hellawell.
I'm going to go ahead and bring that. Let me see if I can bring that up.
Ian Hellawell is always watching and sending us stuff from the United Kingdom as to what's going on racing over there. We talk to folks from France. We talk to folks from Australia. You know, we talk to folks from Walmart over on Ramsey Street. It's just an exciting,
Dollar General.
Yeah. They're like, man, I'm sitting in Dollar General watching you guys.
Deep Creek Grill.
Yeah, all that good stuff, man. So this is a picture up on right now of Jack and Wayne Hellawell. They're over in the United Kingdom. Actually picked up the win this past weekend, so congratulations to those guys. And they're going to be rocking some Shine Runners Racing radio gear over in United Kingdom. So, guys, we're reaching out, man. We're getting across the pond, if you know what I'm talking about. It's good stuff.
That's a big pond to cross.
It is.
It's going to be, I hope they can get that Shine Runner stuff through customs.
Yeah. Somebody wrote on the back door, what'd they write, Racing Rod?
What was it?
No revenuers?
No revenuers.
Yeah.
No revenuers. It was spelled.
And it was, dude, it was, hold on.
It was spelled like
Just give me a
REVANEWERS. Allowed. ALOUD.
Revenuers.
Allowed.
REVAN.
We sure Rooster didn't write this.
EWERS. Revenuers.
I didn't. I was sitting right here the whole time.
Yeah,
I promise I was.
He done it before we all showed up.
But my buddy Elmer said, Rooster, will you please put a hat on? You're killing me here. Somebody hand me that white kitchen hat over there so I can get into my normal costume.
23?
Yeah, man. Is there any other number? Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, we're fixing to go into commercial.
Yep.
When we come back from commercial, we're going to have the man, the number 66 Honeycutt Custom Cabinets, Mr. Andy Bowen, up in the house here tonight. Y'all stick around with us. We're going to be coming back after these words from our commercials. Those guys.
A1, your only stop for landscaping and lot clearing in the Fayetteville and surrounding areas. Specializing in commercial and residential, A1's skilled technicians are ready to meet your needs. Experienced in erosion control, landscaping, irrigation, sod, grading, demolition, and lot clearing. A1 is willing and capable of all jobs, big or small. Call A1 today at 910-858-0003 or email a1lotclearing@aol.com. A1 Landscaping and Lot Clearing. We take the work out of yard work.
Look at those parts to put you in the winner circle? Let Redline Speed Shop be your one stop for all performance needs. From straight strip to left turns, they have it all. Tires, fuel, and safety equipment, and that's just the beginning. Come by today, 404 Hope Mills Road, and get your win on with Redline Speed Shop.
It's Matt Long, and I'm watching Shine Runners Racing Radio. Say that 5 times fast.
He was on the Coors Light that night.
All right, back in the house here, man. I tell you, awesome talking to Willie.
Yep.
Good to be out there the other day. I'm supporting my Willie Milligan shirt right here.
You've been sporting it all week.
I have, man. I haven't actually took it off yet. You know, I slept in it.
Hey, and speaking of T-shirts, y'all just got some new T-shirts in, right? Isn't this one of them?
Yeah, we got some new shirts in. We'll have them at the track this coming Thursday night.
I'm going to have to get me one. Now, I
man,
asked Landon,
with your voice, can you sing some "Hello, Darling" to me?
Hello, darling.
Oh, Lord.
In the house tonight, ladies and gentlemen, number 66, the Honeycutt Custom Cabinets machine driver right here, Andy Bo. I'm telling you what, it's so good to have you in the house. You have no clue how glad I am you're here.
He's been talking
I
about
appreciate y'all having me.
Yep. A lot goes into putting these cars on the track, but definitely a lot goes into putting them in the winter circle, and that's no place that you're a stranger of this year at Fayetteville Motor Speedway.
Yeah, we're having a pretty good season. Getting to victory lane takes not just the driver, it takes the whole team, whole crew, and everybody works real good together. And I know a lot of times the driver gets all the recognition for it. When you got a car owner, they don't get a lot of recognition, and they should. And you got the crew. I mean, when I get off the track, you got the Stephanie April, they're cleaning the car and the tires are off. I mean, everybody just goes at it like fighting fire, and that's what it takes.
Yeah, a lot of work goes into it, man.
Yeah, and I want to say thank you. You know, we were at the racetrack our first time there in a while, a long time. And, you know, Andy come over and said, you know, we were talking a little bit, and I said, man, it's stuttering a little bit on the bottom end. And he was just preaching to me, Bo, I got a carburetor. I said, well, it's Dad's. Because I'm the type, I don't, you know, Dad, I know a little bit, but enough to get me in trouble. And Dad, I
Rosetta
said,
Stone.
I don't. Yeah, kind of like that. And Andy said,
you know the Rosetta Stone
it.
of racing.
Yeah,
enough to get you in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. And so Andy said, no, we need to put it on there. He said, I'll send somebody over there to put it on for you. And Dad come back and said, well, hell yeah, AJ, what are you waiting on? And I was like, all right. So Andy, you know, got Landon over there, and they got us a good VDL carburetor on there, man, and it really helped out. And that really means a lot, man. I really appreciate you coming and helping us out with that, man. It means a lot.
Man, that's no problem. We're willing. Greg, he don't mind helping anybody. I mean, if we got it, anybody can get it, and that's how it should be in the racing family.
Thing in dirt racing, everybody helps everybody.
Yep. Now, you come from a long line of racing. You've been racing for a while now. When did you get your start? So I didn't even know you were in go-karts, man. That's awesome. How long you been racing?
Started when I was 9.
9.
A long time.
I wasn't going to say your age, but, yep, it's been a while.
You got a lot of fans, apparently. You got people in Tennessee saying, hey.
Hello, everybody. Appreciate y'all watching, and, you know, we'll keep doing the best we can.
So what's the plans for 2018 from here on out? I mean, you've already, won 5. You got the track record. Was it a 1780 something, I believe?
1786, which barely beat Mr. Smooth out. He had a 1790 something, so I mean, just barely got him.
Yeah, but you got him. It's a track record.
That's the thing.
So
we got him for just a minute.
Yeah.
Somebody's coming.
Right. Well, at the time, man, holding the track record, and you know, right now, everybody in Open Wheel Modified is chasing that record. Everybody wants to beat that record, and so that's pretty cool that they're coming for you, man. And you know, we had talked a little bit the other night about you guys are running the small tires in this class. And what's the difference in between the big tires and small tires for somebody that don't know? You know what I mean?
Our class is just making traction to keep from spinning the tires, and that's the main thing. And the tires we're running are actually not as good as the tires we used to run. It's kind of hard to keep them from blistering, but that's just, I guess you got to pedal all you can and try to make traction and go for it.
So there's more to race, like I've been trying to explain to Wyatt, there's more to racing than just flat footing and riding. You got to learn how to work both of them, and I've heard it on more than one occasion about acting like there's an egg under the gas pedal. Is that the same situation in Open Wheel Modifieds?
Yeah, especially when the track smooths over, it really means a lot then.
And I asked him because, hell, I don't know. You know, I was out there just trying to stay out of the I was trying to stay out of the way the other night, you know. And as the race went on, I noticed that when I go into the corner, you know, it started getting freer and freer and freer. And I asked Andy, I said, hey, man, I don't know, but did the track slick off a little bit towards the end of the race? He said, yeah, it kind of did. I was like, well, thank God. At least I wasn't that stupid. I knew what to do. I mean, that's what it's about. You know, Fayetteville is notorious for kind of slicking off and, you know, getting to where you got Mr. Smooth, Wayne Gray got his nickname from that. And how do you kind of know when that changes over from, like, just balls out to kind of smooth and easy?
I kind of just have to feel it when you get out there, but got to kind of watch the track and hope you make the right decisions and tighten the car up enough. And then if not, you got your brakes or whatever, and you kind of play with what you got and make the best of it.
How do you feel about, you know, Fayetteville's made some changes to the track this year, you know, with banking and moving some things around. Do you feel that that's kind of helped? And obviously we've got 2 new track records in the open wheel modified division. That I know of. We may have had more, but it was WG, and then now you broke it. Do you think that's kind of helped, or?
I think it helped a lot, especially when you first get there and the track's real heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Track's got a lot of grip, and you can really hammer down on it. And once it slicks off, I don't know if it's a whole lot different than it used to be.
Right.
But right to start with, it's pretty good.
And you kind of told me too. You know, you had to do the pill draw this past week. You know, and I was going to start in the back regardless. But you said, you know.
Yeah, we know.
Do you really want to go down that road again?
We're going.
Do you want a pair of glasses too?
This is Andy's segment.
Okay.
We're on to you next.
But I thought Andy said, look, man, I'm starting the back. He said, well, I'm going to send it on outside when we go in because I got to start the back. And I said, well, I'm starting in the back. You just go in and do what you got to do. I'm going to lay back. And you did, man. You just.
on that outside line, though. That outside line will hold if you're brave enough.
Right.
Yeah, we were kind of burn our tires off about the first 7-8 laps though, so then we had to really pedal at the end. And but I mean, you had the whole field capable of winning the race. I mean, it was pretty tight show the other night.
That was a hell of a show.
I know it was probably good for the fans.
Oh, it was from fan standpoint, you guys put on a show.
But,
it kind of comes into play with, like, we got Tim Severs wrote in a question tonight. Tim Severs from Providence, Rhode Island, wrote in the question is, what's your thoughts on a peel draw? Is that punishing a driver? And maybe that's kind of like what you said as far as a peel draw situation. Yeah, I mean, and this is just kind of like a talking thing. I mean, it's not face down in any track. It's just saying, is peel drawing punishing a driver because they're winning? Or, I mean, how does that work out? What's your thoughts on that situation?
My thoughts from a fan's point of view is probably better for the peel draw. But for the guy with all the money in the car, it's probably not a good idea. But, I mean, it is what it is. We know the rules, and, hey, we go race, do the best we can.
That's right, man.
And you really have to look at it from 2 different sides. You know, as drivers, you know, and you've got a go-kart, and Kyle, you know, he's got his car. And, you know, we know, like, you actually had some friends down this past week that saw us working on the car, and they were like, holy shit, I didn't know how much work went into actually setting the car up. And I was like, man, you haven't even been here for the past 2 months and seen what we've done or what we've done during the week. And so from that aspect of it, when you go in, you know, you have to do the peel draw. It's kind of like, really, man? You know, we worked so hard to get here, and now it is almost like being punished.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a shot, for sure, but at the same time, it's.
But at the same time,
just trying to not make somebody.
They're trying to make it
every
exciting.
single race.
You know. And it just kind of ends up that way to where, you know, unfortunately, you know, I lucked up and I hate it for you guys, but you had to go for it. And I knew you were going for it, man. You were coming.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He was coming, man.
I know he was.
He was moving. I saw a little bit more, you know, and I seen that out of Dustin Watkins the other day. He's like, all right, I got 3 laps to go. I got to go or blow. And he blew the motor on the white flag lap and actually toted it around and fogged everybody out where they couldn't see and ended up winning the race. But anyway, I mean, when you get down to 2 or 3 laps and you're a couple cars behind, does your momentum push that much harder to try to get to the front, or you're like, you know, just I'll throw this race?
Oh yeah, you got to push the whole 20 laps.
That's right.
Yeah, you go for it.
That's what I
like.
You
go
about
for
you.
it.
I don't think there's a legitimate driver that's out there when it comes down about 5 laps to go that's going to say that they're just kind of riding. You
Yeah.
know, and I know. I mean, so you had. Was it how many wins you have last year? Was it was 20 or more?
I think 19.
19.
It seemed like 50.
Yeah, it really did.
Did you have you still got that paper? Did you see that? Can you put that up one more time? We've actually got. You need to sign on this so we can actually put this in Victory Lane at Fayetteville Motor Speedway.
I'm gonna be jinxed now.
Yeah.
I told him I was going to start charging rent.
Yeah. So there's a new class coming up. You actually put it out there. That's the crate series.
Sport mods.
Sport mods. What do you think about that, man? It's a little bit, a cheaper introduction into getting into it, but you think that's a good idea?
I think it's a good idea, and I'm glad the class is growing. I mean, fortunately, I drive for someone because I couldn't afford to race, and but for someone that's less fortunate on money, it's a real good class to get them in, and they probably had cars sitting and their motor rules changed, and so they didn't have an engine to run, and now they can kind of get back in and not cost them an arm and a leg.
Right.
Is there anything that you think, as far as in the class that we're in, what could help kind of curb the cost of maybe even, and not just necessarily the open modified division, but late model? I mean, what is it? A claimer rule on the shocks? Is it going to the crate motors and just running the crate class?
Crate motor.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That I really got to agree with that. I mean, it's hard in any class right now at a actual race car track for anybody to go and run like we used to. I mean, it's just rough, and because as a competitors, we're out there, we're going to spend the money. We hate losing. So we're going to do whatever it takes.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, sometimes if it ain't in the rule book, we're going to find that gray area. So this is an unknown person calling in. We'll call later.
Yeah, hold back till around 8 o'clock. Around 8 o'clock. But
we're not ready.
We got
Like Hollywood jumping the start.
we got a couple more things, man. Like I say, we could sit here and talk all night long. We got to keep the show going. We got a couple more things. Who makes that car go around the track other than Andy Bowen himself?
Greg, the car owner, me and him got a real good, I call it a re-racing-ship.
Re-racing.
That's a new word. We're going to have to save that one.
Relationship.
We understand each other pretty good, and I come in, I tell him what the car is doing, and he can go from there with it.
Yeah.
Got good feedback and got a good crew and got good sponsors, and just everything kind of comes together.
And I have to tip my hat to your wife and daughter and family. I see them guys out there all the time. I mean, they're out there 100% supporting, and that makes a big difference too.
Yep. It does. You got to make it a family sport. You gotta have fun. When the fun leaves, it's time to go. It's time to quit. Right. And I got some very good fans. I mean, I can't say enough for my fan support. I mean,
Miss Mary back there, look at her.
She comes. She said, "I'm getting my shirt signed tonight." Right tonight.
But I mean, it's and people that give us the tracks to run on, and I mean, I thank to God every week for a safe race. I mean, I don't ask him to let me win. I just ask him to keep me safe.
That's exactly right.
And, if we come home safe, and that's a plus. Car's not tore up. Feel like you had a good night.
Yeah. Well, we got one thing going on, man, and ladies and gentlemen, if you see us walking around, we're going to be at Triple T this weekend. We're going to be at Fayetteville Motor Speedway for the Wayne Gray Memorial. We're actually out this weekend. We've actually got hot rods and horsepower that's going to be going on down at Deep Creek, and we're selling raffle tickets. These raffle tickets are for a grill, pop-up tent, cooler, case of beer, hot dogs, hot dog buns, and the list goes on and on. 2 tickets to Midsummer Shebang Triple T Raceway. I mean, all kinds of stuff. But we're taking the money in and we're putting it back into the racing program. And tonight, we're showing you guys that we're putting the money back into the racing program. I know it ain't a whole lot, but we put on our Shine Runners page, cast your vote for a class and a track. And here they are. These are the ones that we got, and we got them in here. And we're going to shake them up, and we're going to be sending a $25 bonus to the pole position in this class at this track, and we're going to let you pull
Come
it,
on,
sir.
UCAR Lakeview. UCAR Lakeview. Come on.
Only one there, Paul. So, Derek Kemper sent in a request for the U-Cars at Lakeview.
Way to go! Hey, I just
So
got trips watching too.
if you're racing in the U-Car class at Lakeview Speedway Saturday night, you're going to get a $25 bonus if
Except
you
for
set it
Richard.
on the pole.
He can't because he has to draw.
Right. So anyway, whoever sets on the pole, big thanks to everybody who's bought tickets already for the ultimate raffle or the ultimate tailgate raffle that we're going on. $25 is going down to Lakeview Speedway, and we're going to be sending it with Kyle Jinks.
Oh, yeah.
So, Mr. Tripp, you know that you're going to get an envelope with $25 in it. Give it to the pole position in the U-Car class.
Appreciate y'all
this coming
representing
weekend.
U-Car class. I really like how that's
And thanks
going.
to everybody who put in. We had Triple T. We had Rockfish Speedway.
Rockfish, yep.
You know, so a lot of cool stuff going on.
And we've got somebody that posted on here saying, Andy, since you're not racing at Fayetteville this weekend, come on out to Triple T and hop back in a go-kart.
Who is it?
Let's see. Who was it?
I mean, Mr. Lawhorn.
Yeah, Lawhorn.
Sean Lawhorn. Shane
Shane,
Lawhorn.
yeah, I want to send a shout out. He's one of our HCC team members, little Braden Lawhorn. I think he runs Junior 2, and he's running real good this year. Just want to send a little shout out to him.
Awesome.
Keep up the good work, Braden. And I'd like to thank my sponsors, Honeycut Custom Cabinets, Horizon Forest, Worth, and Natural Stone and Design. We appreciate everything you guys do.
Awesome, buddy.
Hey, man.
Well,
and I appreciate you coming on the show, man. And I know that you are one bad, fast machine, and I just hope that I can stay close to you. You know, so
you're good. You're good.
Don't forget
do
tonight,
you
man.
see what I have to deal with on a bi-weekly basis?
Hey, when he laps you, yeah, maybe.
We actually went back and looked at AJ's lap times, and he was actually pretty. He wasn't bad at all. First time out.
He just got to find the gas pedal a little bit more.
Woody, you got any room to talk?
Andy, if you
Put your sunglasses on.
I mean, you finished like last because you said my age. They wouldn't give me the go-kart that's fast because I was a kid.
Well, that's fine. You got so much talk. We're gonna do this go-kart race down here that you've been begging about for how many?
I am.
So it's gonna be you and your brother against me and Andy.
I ain't got no issues with him.
I got 5
What's all
on
about
it.
issues?
Why do I have to be
We need to
handicapped
have a
with him?
straightaway on that one.
See, now
I'm
your own
not
brother,
a
your own
handicap.
brother knows you won't run.
Where were you coming from? Fixing to lose a spelling bee to
Hey,
third
until
grade.
I lose the spelling bee, do not put me in that position, sir.
You will.
You've already lost that deal.
Why
You're
can't
right.
make
I
you-
did. Hey, it's today, man. I was working for Raging Rooster, and
Oh, my
AJ
Lord.
come up and said he wanted 5 wings teriyaki. Terry, okay, baby, teriyaki.
Yeah.
I mean that's how we do it.
He started writing it down on the pad. He said, like he said, TERRYOKI. I said, what in the hell is that?
teriyaki, bro.
Teriyaki. I said, Bo, you got the spelling right here on the thing. We made a sticker that says all the sauces. I said, I don't need teriyaki. I need teriyaki.
Anyway, well, man, we're fixing to go into the spelling bee. When we come up next, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into commercial.
Yep.
When we come back next, we got mail time from 1-900 Chad
right.
Sexton. We're going to open up, and then we're going to get the spelling bee on. Andy, thank you so
Thank you,
much for
man.
coming in, buddy. Thank you for your family coming in tonight. We greatly appreciate you.
Thank you guys for having us, man.
Yep.
You guys are awesome.
Take us out, Magic Man.
I drive the blue number 14J, and you're watching Shine Runners Racing Radio.
It's your job to put it in the winner circle, but it's ours to make your ride stand out above the rest. With full-colored wraps or die-cut designs, Bellinger Signs and Graphics is sure to put you in the eyes of the fans. That's not all. We do custom yard signs, storefront, and your everyday decal. Come see us today at Bellinger Signs and Graphics, 3392 Dunn Road, Eastover, North Carolina.
A1, your only stop for landscaping and lot clearing in the Fayetteville and surrounding areas. Specializing in commercial and residential, A1's skilled technicians are ready to meet your needs. Experienced in erosion control, landscaping, irrigation, sod, grading, demolition, and lot clearing. A1 is willing and capable of all jobs, big or small. Call A1 today at 910-858-0003 or email a1lotclearing@aol.com. A1 Landscaping and Lot Clearing. We take the work out of yard work.
You smell that? It's victory.
That's right.
I tell you what, man, it's my most favorite time of the night. Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. Armor Coat ain't no joke. Armor Coat of North Carolina. Huge thanks to Randy/Charles/Randall White. But tonight, man, mail time, 1-900 Chad Sexton, and a big shout out to them and prayers for your family, Chado.
Yep. Let me see if I can see. I added all these things, and now they're not there. So now I'm gonna have to go back.
Is anybody else scared what's in the box?
There's no telling what's coming in the box
scared
from
what's
Chad.
in the box.
Chad has now gone to 99 cents a minute with a recording for customer assistance. You know what I'm saying?
There he is, right there.
Chad
I knew we had.
Chad has stepped up the game from 1 cent a minute to 99 cents a minute, and he said, "I'm gonna tell you what, guys, it's really been spreading."
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's been spreading like wildfire.
Spreading. That's a good word for it.
So we have got our 1-900 Chad Sexton mail time box. If you want to become a member of Mail Time, all you got to do is mail in your product to 3392 Dunn Road in care of Shine Runners Racing Radio, and we'll open it. What we had, Amsoil, Plum Good was
Roy
last
Hill
week.
Racing.
Yeah, Roy
We've had
Hill's.
all kinds of
beer nuts.
Beer nuts. I mean,
Hey, I'm on the beer nuts.
all kinds of stuff.
I'm waiting on Mick Ultra to send in about a keg.
Wouldn't that be a great thing?
That would be.
But all kind, Jersey Mike's.
Yep.
I mean, Jegs, and I have to send a huge shout out to Tabitha Redline Speed Shop.
Absolutely.
Because she got us a lot of the mail time guys to send stuff.
And
in,
I'm going to be talking about Robbie Drawhorn Powertrain Development in a little bit here.
That's right. So we're going to take our mail time box.
No kidding.
And we're going to let Magic Man, with his beautiful hair,
his Andy Dufresne hair. As Andy Dufresne opened up the picture.
Scott Tripp just matched $50.
Awesome, man. Scott Tripp just matched $50.
Oh, awesome.
That's awesome, man.
Thank
so
you.
the poll this weekend in UCAR at Lakeview is going to get a $75 bonus.
Shout
Awesome
out
stuff,
to
man.
Lakeview and Scott Tripp. Thank you very much for that in the class.
What in the world have you got right there, Magic Mike? The Piston Cup.
Thanks for hitting me with the box.
That's a huge.
What is that?
We'll throw it on this.
It says, well, we've got the
1-900 Chad
got the signatures. Thanks, Shine Run Racing Radio, for all the support. Fun to hang that deal.
1-900 Chad. That's a big piston, bro.
Am I right? That's illegal.
So that's a piston from. And man, it's cool. We've got Moonshine from West Virginia. We got pistons from 1-900 Chad Sexton. We've got Beer Nuts from Beer Nuts.
We got guitar here.
Guitars
Hey,
coming
don't
in.
forget your
Keith,
luggage,
yeah.
military luggage you got.
MilitaryLuggage.com. Keith Wilson from Wilson Off-Road gave us the Stroker Race poster. So a lot of cool things we got in here, man. A lot of awesome memorabilia. So I love Mail Time. It's my favorite.
And a big thank you again to Chad Sexton. And we really are thinking about your mom and your dad, everything that's going on with them, man. Chad was down here this past week and talking with us. And, you know, he said he's working on the truck. He went down there and raced and had a little bit of an issue, but he's working on it, going to get it back. And he's going to shut those South Carolina boys up. He's also been hanging out at Deep Creek ATV Park.
Right. He's supposed to be coming down to Deep Creek ATV Park this weekend.
Is that for the blue collars and dollars?
That's right. So going down, I think,
Big Schmo. Y'all listen up.
Yeah. Big Schmo going to be down at Deep Creek ATV Park. We're going to be at Deep Creek Outfitters Thursday or Friday night for the Hot Rods and Horsepower. So y'all come check that out. But at this time, ladies and gentlemen, introducing in this corner, coming in at 8 years old and a tight 56 pounds, the North Carolina Nightmare. He has a strong addiction of macaroni and cheese and hot dogs and is here to try to win the spelling contest
What I want to know is
in front of his dad.
Who do they think is going to win? Go ahead and put it in the
And
comments. Tell
ladies
us who
and
you think is
gentlemen,
going to win.
In this
put it in
corner,
the comments. Let's go ahead right now.
it's the Rooster.
Is it going to be Rooster?
Come on, can I, at least one holler or something.
Notice in the post earlier this week, Rooster put the post on and said that Wyatt had collage credits. I don't know if that was the
College
French
credits,
spelling or maybe he just misspelled
College
it.
credits.
Collage credits.
So you got a pen right here, okay? And I
Where's
got a
your
pen
pen?
right here. Okay, don't look at mine because you know I'm going to spell it right.
Appreciate
Okay.
it, Chad.
No, you're not.
So Wyatt's got college credits, and I got infatuation with midget chicks. Okay, so are you ready? So what are we doing? 5 words?
We got 5 or 10.
Yeah, we'll do 5.
5
and a bonus for you.
Okay.
Do you want to warm up here? Spell 5.
I got 5 down. F-I-V-E. Okay. So are we ready? Here we go. First word. First word.
Wednesday.
So far, everybody says Wyatt's going to win.
All right. So,
Wyatt is done.
So go ahead and show your word, son.
All
How do you spell
I'll throw
Wednesday?
it right up here. So Wyatt says it's W-E-D-N-E-S-D-A-Y. That is correct, Wyatt. So Wyatt has got 1 point on the board.
Wednesday.
Let's
You
see
said it wrong, dude. Can I get that in a sentence?
You have to ask that before you turn in your answer.
Rooster found out he couldn't spell on Wednesday.
So now we've got Rooster, who comes in at W-E-N-S-D-A-Y.
One for Wyatt.
Is that a mixture between Wendy's?
So we have now got
No,
1
Mom, I
point
can't enter the spelling.
for the
You gotta be
NC
just as bad
Nightmare.
as
Wednesday.
It might have been Wendy's Frosty or something.
All right. So
Okay.
now we're heading back.
Give me
in.
one I can spell, man. Something easy.
All right. The next word is they.
They. Easy.
They.
Wyatt is done. We got to cover it up so your dad doesn't look at it.
All right.
All right. We're done. We're done. So
Everybody spends money
Wyatt,
on
for
Wyatt.
they, has T-H-E-Y. That is correct. Wyatt
That's
gets a
BS.
point.
They. Hey. T-H-A-Y.
And Rooster, coming straight out of Dollar General University, T-H-A-Y, they. That is incorrect, Rooster. Wyatt Kitchen pulls off another point.
That's 2 for
No,
Wyatt.
dude. Look, they. The A is loud. What do they call that? The capital A?
It's not except after
They.
C.
Where'd the E
Oh,
come in?
the vowel. It's a vowel. It's long. A.
Dude,
like
the
long.
vowel. That's
A
bullshit.
is- A
That
is
vowel.
A. If it
No.
wasn't long, it would be ah.
How does? Who knows who spelled that word? If that's right, he
Okay.
might. They always said in school that the vowel was if it was like a capital vowel. That
I'd
it
like
was,
to see. Put second on that spelling thing right there. Too,
I'm
as
done.
well.
Let's go. Number 3. Let's go. You're going down. I got this one.
All right. This one's gonna be relatively new for you. Teriyaki.
Man, I can't even spell they. And you're gonna come at me with teriyaki.
You don't even write that one down. Just say nothing. I skip. Felicia says, I'm proud of your mom, Wyatt.
You got to cover it up, Wyatt. He's
cheating.
trying to find Robbie Jawhorn gray area over here. All right, we got answers in. Let's
I
see.
cheated.
And Rooster really did try on this one. I can tell by his handwriting. So Wyatt comes in with T-E-R-I-Y-A-K-I.
And that is correct.
That is
Ding,
correct.
ding, ding.
Rooster, who comes in with
Karaoke.
T-E-R-Y-I-K-I. That is terribly wrong. I don't know where you come for that.
That was
That
teriyaki.
was terribly wrong.
Hey, how are you gonna judge me for a man that builds a car named Corolla and can't even say it? Corolla. I mean,
James Jordan.
teriyaki. Same thing.
All right.
Just
All
cook
right.
the food with
Is
rice.
anybody
That's
keeping
what I want.
points here? I think. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean,
3-0.
I don't think there's any way Rooster can come back. But what's our next word?
We got 2 more. It's the next word is Bugatti.
Bugatti.
Are you serious?
It's going to be B-O-O, guaranteed.
They had a lot of booze at the Apple Shield the other night.
Got it. I got this one.
All right.
Yeah, it's a car. It's French. Or
All
Italian.
right. So the answers are in. Wyatt, the NC Nightmare comes up with B-U-G-A-T-T-I.
That is a point.
What's all that
is a
squirrely stuff he's got
point
going on?
for the NC Nightmare.
He didn't say final answer yet. That's what that
I'm
was.
gonna just go ahead and hit the button before I do it. It is BOODIE or OTIE. Bugatti.
No, not
a booger.
Anybody in this room right now, if you was to read this, BOO is what?
Boo.
GOT is what?
Got.
IE is what? Bugatti. I'm just saying. How are you going?
We just know you take it back to the basics.
How are you
okay?
going to call me wrong?
He's just sounding it out. Back to the
Melissa
basics.
Sweat, he is being serious.
How are you
struggling over
literally,
it.
I'm
come
starting
on,
to
Melissa.
sweat.
If you don't watch the show regularly, he comes up with his own words
How
that
are
we're
you
having
gonna
to
call
build a
me wrong
dictionary.
when I got it
Right. You ought to hear camaraderie.
And leading to the next word.
I'm done.
Camaraderie.
I quit.
What? Do we have any more words? Is
yeah.
Wyatt one?
Yeah, Wyatt's one, but we have two more words.
Oh, well, let's just spell them just to see.
Go ahead, Rooster. Start with carburetor.
Carburetor.
C-A-R. B-A-R.
Wrong.
Carbar. Carber. C-A-R-B-E-R.
All right, and then your final word is camaraderie.
Never mind. You know how camaraderie spelt in racing? A-N-D-Y. B-O-H-A-N.
That's right.
That's how camaraderie spelled where I come from.
Congratulations to the NC Nightmare.
B-O-H-A-N. Bowen. B-O-H-E. Number 66, Honeycutt Custom Cabinets. That's how we spell camaraderie in racing where I'm from, boys.
Hey,
I do not know what I just saw right now, but it's humiliating.
That's right. Look at that.
I love you too.
Kids, they'll be sending in tire samples this
So
week.
the NC Nightmare has just won the Are You Smarter Than a Third Grader with his dad. So, Rooster, you get a free Hooked on Phonics lesson straight from hookedonphonics.com.
I tried.
Make sure to tune in next week where he will try to beat a monkey.
Yeah. At least I tried, man. Well, anyway, things going on, man. Thank you guys for humiliating me. I really appreciate it. But could you not get that Bugatti? Bugatti. I know y'all get me.
Well, that's why you have your own dictionary.
I'm going to be.
It's the Rooster
I'm going to be
Dictionary.
sending out Rooster decoder rings next week.
Get this man here to
Make sure you drink your Ovaltine.
Yeah. So passing it around here this evening, man, we're going to take it over to Hollywood himself, and we're going. This is kind of like an intermingle Hollywood / Boom City Sasquatch. What's up with the late model lowdown?
Yeah. So obviously, Fayetteville Motor Speedway is off this weekend, but coming up next Thursday night, it's going to be the Wayne Gray Memorial Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. 10,000 to win.
Be a nice show.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome.
I paid $40 and didn't even get in the gate last year.
So let's see. Next, what's coming up? Go ahead. Next. I haven't updated my stuff. I was working on another show.
Man.
Well,
you finished second one week, and now
He
you
just
just
messed
lost
him all
it. You
up. He
just
thought
ran
he's
off
high
the track.
king.
Well, I didn't want to
has
steal your
derailed.
thunder.
The train has derailed in Hollywood.
Well, I can tell you what other trains have derailed is in the Black Sunshine Nation.
Oh, hey, don't call him the dog just yet, son.
He didn't even take the test, and people were
He
saying
won't
he
even
failed.
at the track.
You know, shoulder hurts. You know, whatever.
Hey, look, just tell him Geritol doesn't show up on the test. He's good to go.
Hey, think about it. He won the World 100, or not the World 100, the Dream with a what is it? Tour.
No. He didn't just win. He spanked them. Spanked.
So think about it.
He did do that.
Hey, the show was over when he went to the hospital. You know.
More so than he didn't take that test. I want to know what emergency room he went to that he was back in a couple hours to
Yeah,
race.
exactly. He damn sure didn't go to the Cape Fear
No, he
Valley.
didn't.
Damn sure didn't go to Cape Fear Valley. He might have went to that hospital Doo-Doo was at that night.
Yeah, I ain't lying.
We were in and out of that piece.
I ain't lying. We were.
Were they-
The next time we saw Doo-Doo was at a Chick-fil-A in a mall
Yeah.
that he walked from the hospital to
he
the
was
mall.
mad as hell,
He
too.
was mad as hell. Damn.
Willie Milliken's headed down to a fuel series. Where are they racing at coming up
They're
this weekend?
Gastonia and over there towards Charlotte. If anybody's over in that area, check it out. It's a fun place. Always packed. I don't know what they do over there, but it is always packed. Don't matter if they're running goats or late models.
Yeah.
It don't matter. It's packed shoulder to shoulder.
I also had to send
It's a
out,
fun environment.
talking about late models, man, Sean Sewell put on an awesome show last weekend. I tell you what, he had a great car and looked good out there. You know, looked real good out there.
And
while
I'm
racing.
not sure if I saw a post on Facebook today. I don't know if they've got a new XR1 being built, but they did share a post of an XR1. So
Yeah.
And I think they've actually got a Longhorn for sale too. If anybody's interested, they just slashed the price on that.
Other than that, Shannon Bath's been on a tear on the Hell Tour so far. I think they're 15, 16 nights in right now. They're in LaSalle tonight in their Terre Haute Action Track tomorrow night, and Kenny Schrader's Federated Raceway at I-55 the next night. So you got a long way to go, but the BAB is tearing them up. But it's like the old school 90s.
So who's your pick for next week Lucas Oil race?
Ooh. Put me on the spot.
I got mine. I know who I'm going with.
It's gonna be hard. And bear with me here. This is tough for me to say, but I'm gonna have to go with Jimmy Owens.
Really?
Really?
I think I'm gonna go with B-Shep.
I think I'm going to go with Andy Bowen singing "Hello, Darling" at your dad's
Hello,
karaoke
darling.
setup.
Whoa.
That's
Flying Ed has got to have karaoke out there.
Oh yeah.
Hey, well, I can tell you this: if Flying Ed is going to camp next weekend at Lucas Oil or next Thursday at Lucas Oil,
we're
do
camping.
not take that golf cart out
No.
past 9 o'clock because he will ban you from driving that damn thing the next day.
I told Hollywood at I think it was like 2:45 in the morning that Friday night. No outlaw race said Flying Ed's gonna be pissed. I'm getting out of here. He was like, "Man, you need to hang out." No, I'm getting out of here because Flying Ed's gonna be mad.
He didn't let me drive that car. We're not going to talk about the drivers that want to do wheelies and stuff.
Right.
On coming out of turn 2. But
What's going on in NASCAR racing, Ron?
Not much, the same old stuff. Martin Truex won the Sonoma race by approximately 66 seconds. Justin Haley won his first career truck race. He's been down to Fayetteville and ran a modified a couple times. But it was his first career win at Gateway. And then this weekend, they got Chicagoland. All 3 series will be there. Kicks off, I believe, tomorrow with practices.
Right.
And that's about it. They're not going to use the All-Star Aero package again this season. So maybe next season will be the first year of that.
I'll have one.
And it'll go from being on TV on Fox to NBC for the rest of the season.
Yep. Switching over. Getting
Thank
away from
God.
that. Yeah.
I don't
Get
know.
away
I have
from
to hear
that
Michael
terrible
Walker or Darryl
left
I don't
side
know. I don't
thing.
know because now we got to listen to Kyle Petty and Dale Jr.
Oh,
so
that's even worse.
And there's not really a whole lot for spring. I mean, there is a whole lot
Other
for spring,
than,
but we are keeping it tonight like a moment for the Raging Cajun.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of sprint news, but we're just going to keep it for Raging Cajun tonight. You know, the number 41, Mr. Johnson, passed away after a terrible crash down at Beaver Dam Raceway
and
in
if
Wisconsin.
you get a chance, go watch his Victory Lane celebration when he won the Knoxville Nationals. You can actually see the joy and how awesome it was for him to win. That's a big event.
Yeah.
Go watch that on YouTube.
What have you got, buddy?
No, that's just what I was really going to talk about. I was actually
Sorry, I
ill
started
over the
that.
weekend. No, but the Jason Johnson story is just continue to pray for his family. Also Darren Pittman.
Yeah.
You know, they got together, so I mean it's definitely hard on both sides.
Yeah.
I know his wife put a post on Facebook that was absolutely heart-touching as well.
Yeah,
She spoke highly about him and how everybody just needs to keep going on. And they invited all the fans and everybody to come out to his stuff. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
I actually at World Finals last year, I've been a fan of his, and I got a chance to talk with him. With as much as was going on, he took the time to talk with me a little bit, and I can't say enough for the time that he took and how nice he was. And
I can't wait to go eat a hot dog at Chelsea Blevins Pits next year.
I'm with that.
Kyle, before you get started, the only thing we need to tell you other than drag racing is you need to carry more spare tires. That's what somebody said. I didn't say it.
Yeah, I had a few tires go down this last race Saturday.
Yeah.
So I still managed to get back to second place after the tire problem.
That's right. Good show, man.
dash.
Great show. What's going on in drag racing?
Well, there's actually some heartfelt news as well. There was a drag racer that lost his life. His name was the Mongoose. He'd been driving cars for years. He died at, I believe, 81 years old in his home. Let's see. His name was Tom the Mongoose Ewan. Even NHRA, they put up a big thing about him, trying to save for his family. We're all saddened to learn the news of Mongoose passing. He was truly one of the most brilliant pioneers in NHRA championship drag racing, continues to sport through numbers initiated, including our current NHRA London Tour. He needs to be remembered, so we all need to keep him in the prayers and thoughts. Obviously, being a legend of the sport and still being a part of that sport, at 81 years old, that's amazing. It's cool to see people doing that stuff. And then back to actual drag racing news. Fayetteville's got the SSS bracket points race Friday, June 29th coming up. It's going to be a good event. There's actually there's a bunch of stuff on there. Foot brake and winners, a bunch of people winning money on there. Then we're going to go down to Galat Motorsports Park. The 28th, Tuesday, got Test and Tune coming on. And then again, also July 12th, another Thursday, Test and Tune. The big one was the Galat Crash Derby. That's something we need to be looking out for. I don't know if we can pull another car up. Maybe the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang wants to come and do the Galat Crash Derby. That sounds like it could be fun.
That Chitty Chitty Bang Bang has started to make world news. I'm telling you, that fast.
Oh, that Chitty Chitty Bang Bang coming out of the woods after 20 years, even
After
going around the
20
track
years.
and then finishing.
Yeah.
It was funny. We got there and Alan come over. He said, "You don't happen to have a Sawzall, do you?" I said, "Boy, I left it in the house. I figured if I need a damn Sawzall, I probably better put it on the trailer." He said, "Well, my damn muffler's dragging the ground when I unload it. I got to cut it off before I get it off."
I hold my hand to the higher power. That they drug that car drug it. All four wheels were flat, drug it out of the woods. Alan threw a battery charger on the battery. We busted open the filter, hit that thing with ether. It turned over 3 times and fired off.
Been sitting for 20
years.
I ain't gonna lie. I rode over there to AJ's track and I said, "What in the hell are they gonna do with that?"
Hey, we had to inject that car with penicillin, son.
I'm telling you.
I mean,
That's racing history.
It was
right there.
gangrene out of nowhere.
Hey, that thing is sponsored by Rusty's.
Bumper on that. But they brought it back to life, and it was cool to see. That was Alan Core's first car. For those of y'all that don't know Alan Core, he's the famous man that turned around in turn 4 and hit Denton Little head on going down the backstretch backwards. You know?
I remember that.
Yeah, that was him. Anyway, man, we love Alan Core and all
That's
those
awesome.
guys that do a great
Seeing
job.
that kind of crap. I mean, you see a car drug out the woods. I mean, that's what your
Yeah.
car's all about. Get something, put it together, come racing.
And definitely in drag racing, want to send a shout out to Fast Eddie Longany, picking up down there in Tennessee the win in the stock last weekend. And tell me if I'm right, Miss Lauren Edwards.
Yep.
Picking up the win.
Yep.
And also Big Eddie Longany, the runner-up down in Superstock. You know, so congratulations to all those. It's great to have you, Lauren, back in the house with us here, coming all the way from Jacksonville, North Carolina, to be with us here. It's great to look upon everybody. We got all kinds of people up in the house tonight, man.
We do.
And Bobby didn't bring me nothing to eat.
I didn't get nothing to eat either.
I mean, what kind of...
I guess I'm on just a liquid diet.
Exactly. So stepping it up, ladies and gentlemen, have you got anything else? I mean, I'm taking your thunder. Anything else coming up? Wanted to let everybody know the all-new Southern Thunder Dirt Series is proud to announce the number 4 schedule, June the 30th at Georgia Carton Complex. Come on down, low-cost, damp track, Saturday night style racing, and a lot of that. I'm telling you, I see a lot of go-kart tracks now that's going to that Saturday night racing. $8 to get in the gate, damp track. There's so many drivers. Triple T had 32 drivers racing for $200 the other night at the Backyard Series. You can't beat that. I mean, a huge show.
I heard there was a pair of Gucci shoes there, too.
Yeah, there was a pair of Italian leather Gucci shoes.
It was in the Junkyard Dogs, right?
It was the genuine Junkyard Dog that you can see this Friday night down at Hot Rods and Horsepower. Come on down and check that out. Young Gun, want to send a big shout out to VJ Harris. Picked up his first feature win down at Tri-County Cartway last weekend. And awesome to see these young guns, man, making a move up in motorsports. And I try to tell a lot of people, these young folks are the ones that's going to be moving up to the cars in a few years. So, you know, put your back in behind these guys. Fist bump these little guys when they come off the track, man, that kind of thing. So big shout out going out to VJ Harris, man. Congratulations. The 5th annual Junior Johnson Memorial, Saturday, 9 a.m., Southern Cartway down in Loris, South Carolina. Triple T Raceway has the greatest of all time. Race number 4 and the Who's Your Mama. Don't forget the Who's Your Mama. I'll be the one leading that one up coming up. It's good. I get to work with all these moms, man.
Really?
Yeah. It's
That's
great.
a terrible decision on whoever part made you in charge of that.
July the 7th, coming down at Paradise Raceway. Annual 4th of July Star Spangled Shootout, Saturday, July 7th and 8th. Gates open at 12 p.m. on the 7th. Practice starts at 4 p.m. Qualifying racing to follow. On Sunday, July 8th, gates open at 9 a.m. And if you've never been down to Paradise,
that's a beautiful track.
You need to make, I mean, it is covered pit area.
It literally is paradise.
It is beautiful. July 7th as well, Triple T Raceway picks up the Cam Series coming down. And just want to let everybody know that TNT Speed Shop down there in Kannapolis, North Carolina, 704-213-8771. They have actually got NKA motors at $625, AKRA motors at $695, and rebuilds for $75 plus labor. Man, if you're spending over $700 for a go-kart motor, you're spending too much. Just saying. Write that down. These got, not to knock anybody who's making money off building, but, I mean, this guy come off 7,100 RPMs kicking up on a red plate. Can't beat it, Bo. I'm telling you. Big shout-out to TNT Speed Shop down there in Kannapolis, North Carolina. Look him up. At Mud Racing, Fast Tracks Mud Bog Freedom Ride coming up this weekend. An awesome weekend. Family fun, mud racing, mega trucks, 4x4 ATVs, swamp buggies. All the above is going to be going down. It's like $10 for adults, and then if you want to camp, $30 for one night or $50 for the whole weekend. So the Freedom Mud Bog Freedom Ride, a big thanks to our sponsors at Fast Tracks Mud Bog down there in Bennettsville, South Carolina. State Line Mud Complex, Saturday, June the 30th, down at Champion Ferry Road in Gaffney, South Carolina. Gates open at 12, racing starts at 3. And the Fireworks in the Mud, June 30th at Palmetto Mudway, Saturday at 3 p.m. through 12 in St. George, South Carolina. So there's so many South Carolina mud bogs.
But they never want to talk.
They never want to talk. We can't get a South Carolina mud bogger to talk to us at all, but it's always crickets.
Yeah, crickets.
So that's kind of our pit thing, man. One thing we want to pass away, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. The phone lines are open.
Oh, let me open them back up.
The phone lines are open. 321-8299
You want
if
to take
you
a
want to
commercial
call
break
in.
real quick?
If you want to, whatever you want to do.
Let's take a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to open the phone lines up. There's somebody that's trying to call in. We saw him earlier. We had to actually close it down. But when we come back, we're going to open the phone lines open for anything you guys want to talk about. If it might be Scott Bloomquist and why he missed the drug test.
Or Bobby Pierce and what happened to that back left rear tire down in Eldora.
Tire testing. So anything it might be, call in. We'll give you the number as soon as we come back from commercial.
That's right. Take us out, buddy.
This is Matt Turpinville, number 27 with Kegel Racing Engines, TCI Motorsports, and you're watching Shine Radio.
Look at those parts to put you in the winner's circle. Let Redline Speed Shop be your one stop for all performance needs. From straight strip to left turns, they have it all. Tires, fuel, and safety equipment, and that's just the beginning. Come by today, 404 Hope Mills Road, and get your win on with Redline Speed Shop. It's your job to put it in the winner's circle, but it's ours to make your ride stand out above the rest. With full-color wraps or die-cut designs, Bellinger Signs and Graphics is sure to put you in the eyes of the fans. That's not all. We do custom yard signs, storefront, and your everyday decal. Come see us today at Bellinger Signs and Graphics, 3392 Dunn Road, Eastover, North Carolina.
A1, your only stop for landscaping and lot clearing in the Fayetteville and surrounding areas. Specializing in commercial and residential, A1's skilled technicians are ready to meet your needs. Experienced in erosion control, landscaping, irrigation, sod, grading, demolition, and lot clearing. A1 is willing and capable of all jobs, big or small. Call A1 today at 910-858-0003 or email a1lotclearing@aol.com. A1 Landscaping and Lot Clearing. We take the work out of yard work.
Woo, back in the house, Shandy Nene has made her way back. Good. So how's nursing school going?
Oh, Lord. It's a lot of... I tell you, you talk about taking care of the younger generation. Younger generation, you need to take care of the generation that got you there, because what you see in assisted livings, whew.
I just want to thank Beer Nuts.
And I want to thank Shandy for finally realizing that Hollywood is a driver. She's wearing the Hollywood glasses.
Is that a
She's the
ghost?
first thing she asked for when she sat down was, I need those glasses. I love those.
Just because it took you
I
like
heart
half the season to
Hollywood.
get on the track, don't start getting.
See, that's the problem with all the Shine Runner racing crap.
Shandy,
They
she
always
tried to-
talk junk, and I always have to shut them up. I get tired. I need to focus on my racing.
When you get in first, then you can shut us up.
He tried to stay off the track going into turn or come out of turn 2 on the first lap. He
Yeah,
tried
try to
run
make
out
it
of the
easy on
place.
y'all.
Hey,
Ooh.
thank God for
he thought you was still over there. He was coming to hang out with you.
Thank God I went over there because he would have run me over
I'm
on top
telling
of
you,
the
he
track.
was over there taking
And-
some shots on the backside.
I mean, I'd have had to bail again.
Also, thank God for Timmy Blackwell being out there because we would have never heard the end of it if he would have won that race.
Hey, no, I'm a humble. Hey, I can go ahead and tell you there was.
Humble.
No, seriously,
We'd had
there were 7 or 8 cars out there in open wheel, and I'll be honest with you, every single one of them was faster than me. All I was out there to do was make laps.
But we'd
And
had
if
to
it
clear-
wouldn't have, I wouldn't have never finished
I
that.
just
We'd
wanna
have had to
know-
clear more land to get his tail out of there that night had he
my
won.
Lord.
I have one
You
question.
wouldn't have been able to pick him up, all of us together.
No,
Victory Lane wouldn't have
Did
been
your
able to
brakes
do
work?
it
Like that. I
His
am
head
not like that.
Did you
would've
have
swelled
brakes?
Up, he'd have just fell over and hit the floor.
Did I have brakes?
Yeah, did you
Not
have brakes?
really. Still having problems with those two.
Per usual.
Yeah.
So the phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. 321-8299. If you want to give us a call in right now, we'll talk about anything you want to talk about.
Yeah.
You got a business? You got something going on?
You got fried corn?
Do you like beer nuts?
Did you
We
see?
love beer nuts.
I just
Do
want
you-
y'all to
do
know
you
that
like
Bobby
ham?
gave me leftovers.
Yes, I do.
so
If you like
got your
ham.
food.
Let me go ahead and switch
How about
this
Jersey
over to
Mike's?
the,
Y'all like Jersey Mike's?
Skype scene over here.
Yeah, we got a
Pit
Jersey
chat.
Mike gift certificate going out tonight. That's Pennsylvania, right there. Hello, Shine Runners Racing Radio. Who we got?
John Frew.
What's up, John? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, not bad. You just beat me to the top there with the Bloomquist. I personally, like I told you earlier today, I personally went to Lernerville and I talked to Tim Thompson, the track manager, and I said, hey, everybody's got a different story on this Bloomquist deal. What's the scoop? He said, okay. He says, everybody, we have a pill. When we pick the pills, we call the guys up. Your name's on a pill. Call them up, and they go take come and take a drug test. We called Bloomquist up. He never showed up. That's it.
So, were you the one that actually drew the pill?
No. I didn't draw the pills. I went to Lernerville today, and because I live right up the road from it, and I talked to the track manager, and that's what he told me would happen.
Well, so there's been speculation that he wasn't actually at the track because apparently they had some issues or whatever, and he told his boys, just load it up, we're done, and he left the track. Is that what happened, or?
I didn't get that part of the story. No one ever said anything about that. It's just he just never showed up for the drug test, is what I was told.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the way that they've got the bylaws written is if you don't show up for the drug test, then you're found wrong. Is that the way that works?
It's the same as a refusal,
Yeah.
period. And buying a
Well,
refusal.
the thing that there should be.
That this is a random drug test, a random pill, and all of a sudden he pulls his name out. Okay, that is
They
rigged,
know he's about
whatever.
to be in all kinds of surgeries.
Well, how
and
many
he's probably
did they
taking-
draw?
What was that?
You won't know that. You don't hear about nobody else that's getting a
No,
draw.
he didn't say there was a few other guys that did go take your drug test like they were supposed to, but Bloomquist didn't show up. So
He got the same thing in Eldora, didn't he?
Well,
Yeah,
the thing
and
is,
there ain't a damn soul that said, "Hey, I had to go take a drug test."
Okay.
You don't hear about nobody else.
well, let's look at the ratios or probabilities or whatever. Just say there's 50 guys that enter, and say they draw 25 times, then you have a 50-50 chance of being drawn. So there you go, right there. I know he's smoking back here. His ears are on fire. But I mean, a 50,
Yeah.
you know.
But hey, instead of us giving Bloomquist all the radio time here, why don't we just give Mike Norris what he deserves, because he went out there and he's the local guy and he smoked everybody.
He did, man.
Yeah.
I read that. Great job for
Yeah.
that guy.
And, I knew Mikey since he was born, and, he was kind of like my adopted son there when he was younger and stuff, when I was around him a lot. And, for him to go out there and just, the local track, and his dad raced there, and his grandfather raced there, and, his grandmother sits in them stands, been sitting in there for probably 40, 50 years in the same spot, So, I mean, that's a pretty dedicated family for racing up here,
Absolutely.
John, you actually got a big race coming up. You're, pardon me, my mouth's full of nuts right now. But
my
you've actually got a big
my
race coming up.
Corvette for the Vintage Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys inspired me earlier because I had a knee injury, and I couldn't do anything for about 6 weeks, and the car's been sitting in the shop. So tonight I was in there, got motor mounts and transmission mounts done. The motor's sitting in there. So hopefully 2 weeks, Vintage Grand Prix coming up. I'm going to have it in Pittsburgh at the Steelers Stadium at the show. They're going to have a parade where they're going to allow us to drive them around Pittsburgh, I guess, but, like the cops are going to be there, so no burnouts and stuff like that. But I'm just going to get on and just hang out. I'm going to try to compete with the big boys and see what I do,
Well, you give them hell, and make sure you get a Shine Runners Radio sticker on that piece.
Well, you guys send me some stuff up, and I'll get it on there. And I was
Absolutely.
supposed to go, actually last week, I was supposed to go to the International Pikes Peak race. And
Ray
I got
Evernham
stuck
was
on this
down there, right?
emergency dig, and for a pipeline I work on, I couldn't go, and I was kind of bummed out. I did want to go, but I believe a Volkswagen beat the world's record for going up Pikes Peak this year.
Awesome, man.
So,
Well,
yeah.
We really appreciate you calling in, man, and thank you for supporting us as much as you do. And be sure to let us know how it goes when you go up there, okay?
Yeah, I'll keep in touch with you guys, let you know what's happening, and I'll get a bunch of pictures and send some down to you. You can post them, and just got to do what you got to do for racing.
That's right.
Yeah.
So.
Well, cool, man. Well, thank you for calling in. Hey, and don't be shy. Call in when we come back on the show again.
Appreciate it, John.
I'll do that. Well, hey, why don't you guys call in Motorcycle Mayhem show on Monday nights?
We'll have to do that.
Yeah.
You have to pardon Swanee. He's a little butthurt.
Salty.
Swanee is very salty when it comes to Bloomquist. That's his man.
Oh, yeah.
This is Man Crush Monday.
It's a good thing he's not a snail. He'd be melted.
Oh, I'm about to melt sitting
You
next
guys
to
are
him.
tough on the guy. You know that? So.
Man, thanks again so much for calling in tonight, and hope for great things coming up in your road rally racing, and great for talk to you, man. Every time you call me, I appreciate you.
All right. I appreciate you guys, too. So thanks a lot.
All right, brother.
Have a good night.
You too. Man, that's so awesome to have the phone lines open and hear you crunching on nuts in the background. Hey, and now not only are you crunching on nuts, but you got your number one fan right over your left shoulder there. That's your number one fan there. I'd like to give a thanks to my buddy Hova, who actually left that is Joey Richardson in the back of my truck. And Dad said, "Why didn't that boy leave that fan?" Man, it was hotter than the devil's balls
It was
out
hot.
there.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
hot.
And Joey brought that thing. I was like, man, that's going to blow dust all over everywhere. But it really helped out. So phone lines are open, 910-321-8299. Y'all call in, talk about anything you want to. If you want to piss Swanee off, just start talking about
It's always nice.
Bloomquist. Yeah.
Hey, you see the comment on there from Owens Nation, Kenneth Sandlin, good as he drives a golf cart to win. Oakland Modified is coming soon. He don't drive a golf cart good either, son.
Want to let everybody know before we get out of here, if we don't have any more phone calls coming in, don't forget Hot Rods and Horsepower coming up this weekend.
right.
Friday night down 6 to 9 o'clock. We're going to be having a great time. We got race cars. I know Daniel Johnson's coming. I know Thomas Brown's coming. Kyle Jinks is coming. We got the Genuine Junkyard Dog coming. Donovan Jackson's coming. And that's just some of the race cars that's going to be making their way down this weekend.
50-50 raffles,
Yeah.
music.
And I want to tap in there about the Ultimate Tailgate Raffle we got going on. $5 for this ticket. We've already sent $25 going down to Lakeview for the pole position. Scott Tripp put in there
50, thank
match
you, that.
50, so that's $75 for the pole position. But this weekend we're going to have cars, rat rods, classics, hot rods, race cars, the whole nine going to be coming down. We got the loose floorboards is going to be playing. So
Awesome,
live band. We've got the Ultimate Ticket Raffle, which is a grill, pop-up tent, hot dog buns, cooler of beer. Grill tools, the whole thing, $5 is all it is, man. And we got the Jersey Mike's ticket we're going to be giving away tonight.
I actually got 4 of them. I'm going to draw 2 twice. We're going to go to Jersey Mike's hopefully before the Thursday's race, and we'll go
Right.
have one of the people that work up there, and they'll draw, and I'll give out 2 tickets per each draw.
Cool.
It'll be 4 of these. That way somebody can get a nice meal.
Say
Thank
40.
you, Jersey Mike's on Boone Trail.
Awesome, man. Well, greatly appreciate it, man. Thank you, Shandy, for coming.
Thank you, Shandy, for showing your beautiful face.
You're
Shandy
welcome.
Nene in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
You look so much more educated. Maybe you should wear these glasses right here. I have a pair.
Yeah,
right
they're
here.
much better than the white
Now
ones
that
you
now
got
that you're a collage graduate.
We didn't say school teacher.
Man, you're blind.
Yeah.
Anyway, and
You should see me drive without them.
That's what.
Is
you
that your
forgot him. That's
excuse?
why you went off the backstretch and turned.
That's
Hugh
why I don't
Saints
need brakes. Everything is closer than it appears.
Huge thanks tonight to Andy Bowen for coming down
Yep.
and bringing his family
And Wild
spending
Child Willie
time with
Milliken.
us. The Wild Child Willie Milliken on the phone, Raising Rooster Catering that did not bring me any wings. And,
Thank you, Bobby.
All of our folks.
Some French fries in there.
A1 Portable Toilets, A1
I
Landscaping,
ate
Lot
wings.
Clearing. All the folks who really make it possible here. C&M Pressure Washing, Bellinger Signs and Graphics, Redline Speed Shop, Captain Rooster Flags, Temple Mechanical, Fast Tracks Mud Bogs. Did I forget anybody?
No, but we didn't get a chance to talk about this, and I want to. Robbie Drawhorn, Power Drain Development, had put a really awesome motor in my car, and I want to really, really, really thank him so much. He's out here tonight.
Can we get it on
see
video
him.
of you giving Robbie a hug?
I would definitely give Robbie a hug. Robbie told me from the beginning this was going to be one badass motor, and I told him when Dad called and said we need to get a motor built, I said we're going to let Robbie do it. And I said, we're going to let him do it how he wants to do it, whatever he wants to do. And we gave him ultimate freedom to do whatever the hell. He actually handpicked the motor and told us to drive to, where was it, Robbie? Yes, towards Charlotte. And we went and picked, me and Magic Mike went and picked it up, bought the motor, brought it back. He
Did you have
so
a show
much.
that night?
He really, I mean, that thing is a hoss. On the dyno, it showed 916. And we actually called a carburetor man. There's no way you're getting that out of SB2. And we said, okay, well, you know,
That's what happens when you know how to build a motor.
Yeah. But, and Redline Speed Shop, Tabitha, she hooked us up with a bunch of awesome parts. And I can't thank those guys enough. WG, Lot Clearing, and Landscaping.
There's two things. Hold on. Hold your speech.
Okay.
There's two things that Robbie Drawhorn can do. One is sing Boys to Men. Two, build a motor. Just saying, if you have never seen him sing Boys to Men, you should see it. You should see it.
But I want to give it to him. And, you know, I told him, I said, man, take your time. You know, do it right. And he told me if I was going to build a modified motor, that's the motor that I would build for myself. And he took his time and made sure it was right. He put it together, took it apart, measured it, took it apart 100 times. And it's a really good motor.
I heard he's Mariah Carey's biggest fan.
Yeah.
Biggest.
Hey, by the way, you know how I am. Only 6 more months to Christmas.
Oh my God!
Just saying.
Robbie's favorite time of the year also.
Who
I think Scott Tripp wanted to.
We'll listen to Mariah Carey together when we're rebuilding the motor during the off season. But yeah, WG Lot Clearing Landscaping. Thank you to Wayne Gray and Tony Gray for hooking me up. Raging Rooster Catering, Alfano Refinishing, Shine Runners Racing Radio, and all the.
By the way,
we need to give a shout out to the 30 people that are still watching us and all the people that did come on live watching us this whole time. That's been a big number and stayed there quite a long time.
30
so thank you
folks,
very
man. Thank
much
you all.
to the people
Appreciate
watching
you
our
guys.
show.
We're almost at 3,000. We get cake.
and I think instead of racing Ryan, when you start calling him Stucky Ryan, so WG come to the rescue the other day.
Oh, have you got that
Oh,
picture?
yes. Wait, hold on. We almost forgot this. Let's see if we can switch this. Take 1-800
Come on, Sexton,
Chad
get up
Sexton.
there.
Yep. There it is, right there. That's right.
That
That's
was just
Racing Ryan.
before he flipped out.
All right, so I want to say thank you to Wayne Gray because he's the only reason that me and my brother made it here tonight because we were ready to kill each other.
Y'all being that stuck in the mud, huh?
He told me to send it, and I sent it and made it halfway.
Hey, that's the good thing about older brothers. They'll say, yeah, you got that, man.
Yeah, you got this.
You got that.
You got this.
I didn't
But
have
you
it.
don't.
He didn't have it. You come to find out he went there two-wheel drive.
I dude.
Oh, so what you're saying is he didn't have any talent.
Yeah, just like you.
Oh,
He
okay.
learned it from
All
you.
right.
I must have learned it from you, so.
He went to the Hollywood driving school.
Now, here we go. We've just, that lasted for about 5 minutes.
It comes full circle.
Hey, don't let him fool you. He was eating crow Saturday night.
No, he was speechless.
Yeah.
He had nothing to say.
I love you, Racing Ryan.
I kind of was too. Damn, Hollywood finished the race.
I believe Felicia. She said y'all both flipped out.
That's right.
Well,
so it wasn't no more than the other.
Thank you so much, everybody, for watching us tonight. We really can't thank you enough.
Thanks,
Go
Mom,
ahead and
from
tell them.
Massachusetts.
Thank our sponsors one more time.
Kick it back to us, man.
Come on now.
Yeah, please do.
Well, I thought that my other two folks over there would help.
Let me feel important. On the way out here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody that come out. A huge thanks to, like Kyle said, we reached like 70-something viewers tonight watching the show. Thank you all. Everybody who's in the steel tonight, we appreciate you guys. And Raging Rooster Catering, A1 Portable Toilets, A1 Landscaping and Lot Clearing, Temple Mechanical, Fast Tracks Mud Bog, Bellinger Signs and Graphics, Redline Speed Shop, Captain Rooster Flags, TNT Speed Shop, C&M Pressure Washing, and Rosetta Stone. Congratulations, Nightmare. You earned that one. But, ladies and gentlemen, as sad as I have to say it,
it's time for us to head out. For Rooster, Miss Shandy. Let me switch it back over so I don't get in trouble. Racing Ryan, who's so salty. Andy Dufresne, Magic Mike. Joseph the Hater Swan, who hates that Bloomquist missed that drug test. And Joker Style Kyle Jeans. This is Shine Runners Racing Radio, man. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you back in 2 weeks.
Thank y'all.
Deuces.